Coming to you live from WSUC-FM 90.5 The Dragon, welcome to News of the Week, our student-produced newscast. We're broadcasting today from the campus of the State University of New York at Cortland. I'm Colby Robertson, and in this week's episode, our student journalists are reporting on local, national, and international stories, along with sports and entertainment news, and finally, we have a climate report and extended weather forecast for Cortland County.
Indivisible Cortland County says they will hold a No Kings 3 rally. The rally is a part of a national day of action planned by Indivisible and No Kings. National organizers say this rally is expected to be the largest they have had so far, with nearly 3,000 locations registered across the country. The rally will take place this Saturday, March 28th, in the city of Cortland in front of Courthouse Park from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. The reason for the rally is to protest the current administration's authoritarian overreach and are calling to action the pressing needs they say, quote, to protect the country's democracy.
Major changes are happening across the news industry, with both CBS and CNN making cuts as they shift towards digital media. At CBS News, about 6% of staff are being laid off under new leadership from Barry Weiss, and the network is also shutting down its nearly 100-year-old radio division as part of a larger restructuring. At the same time, CNN is preparing to cut dozens of jobs as CEO Mark Thompson pushes a digital-first strategy. Both companies say these moves are about adapting to changing audiences and keeping up with the shift towards online news. But they're also raising concerns about the future of traditional broadcast journalism.
The Cortland women's gymnastics team qualified for the NCGA National Championship for the third straight season after scoring a 193 at the regional qualifiers last weekend, beating their previous record set against Ithaca earlier this season. The Red Dragons finished second out of 7 teams competing, trailing just behind Brockport, who will also be advancing to the national championship. Cortland will be hosting the event on Saturday, March 20th, looking to grab a national title for the program.
The Cortland men's basketball team beat Oswego Saturday 84-51 in dominating fashion to win their first back-to-back SUNYAC championship in school history. The men's basketball team had 4 players named All-SUNYAC this season, while head coach Maurice Kearney and his staff were honored as Coaching Staff of the Year. The Cortland men's team looks to keep their streak hot, rolling into the NCAA Division III playoffs as they take on Franklin and Marshall at Endicott College. The women's basketball team prepares to play Messiah University, hosted by NYU, for the first round of the NCAA Division III playoffs, with Cortland coming off a tough 4-point loss in their SUNYAC championship game against New Paltz. Cortland defeated Endicott in the first round of the playoffs last season before losing to host Bowdoin in the second round. With matching season records of 23-4, the first round is bound to be exciting.
Now taking a look at our weather here in Cortland County. Today, Thursday, March 12th, we'll have a high of 32 degrees and a low of 20 degrees, with an 85% chance of precipitation. Friday is looking even colder, with a high of 39 degrees and a low of 28 degrees, with a 70% chance of precipitation. The cold front continues this weekend, with Saturday and Sunday barely hitting highs of 40 degrees, with light snowfall expected in the mornings. Currently in Cortland County, it is 31 degrees.
Thank you for that weather report, Rachel. I know a lot of us were looking forward to some warmer weather going into spring break. Hopefully some of you guys are going out to warmer weather, but for those of us staying, it's going to be a cold one. Well, that's it for this week's News of the Week on WSUC-FM. Thank you for joining us. Our student journalists today include Rachel Ehrlich, Giovanna Casalaspro, Nathan Jackson, and Tasia Siavos. Our executive producer is Dr. Carolyn Cultiflatter. Our senior producers are Morgan Robidoux and Jessica Bollert. Our senior technical director today is Chiara Graziano. Our senior audio engineer is Ricardo Nelson, and our station manager is Jack Carroll. I'm Colby Robertson. I hope you'll join us next week for another episode of News of the Week, broadcast right here on WSUC-FM.